Hit it, baby. Welcome to the 505. I'm old and fat, but still alive. I voiced some games, I had some luck. But as a gamer, folks, I suck. That's why I'm inviting you to guide this aging boomer through. So bibbity-boo, and welcome to Uncle G's Tea House. It's a you and me house. Drinks are always free house. To be or not to be house. Or someone in a tree house. A Captain Hook and Smee house. A Merry Melody house and episodes of Glee House. Hey, who writes this shit? Uncle G's Tea House. And folks, I forgot to do something, so forgive me here. I forgot to turn on my voice-activated teleprompter. And now that I'm doing that, okay, let's check. Bibbity-boo, and welcome to Someone in a Treehouse, Merry Melody House. Who writes this shit? Uncle G's Tea House. All right. Sorry, folks, I'm an old man. Good evening, nieces and nephews. This is live streaming. and welcome back to the tea house. Tonight, the tea house smells like fresh dirt, cheap fertilizer, and the faint aroma of my own mistakes. It is National Plant a Tree Day, and I have killed more innocent greenery than a drought. Tonight, though, we're turning over a new leaf. Now, when you're young, you plant things because somebody tells you to. But when you're older, well, you plant things even when you know you might not get to sit in the shade yourself. There's something deeply optimistic about that. You see, a tree is an act of faith. You stick this fragile little tiny thing into the dirt and you send it time traveling into a future you might not see. And that is a surprising thing for a species to do, am I right? I mean, especially one that spends most of its time arguing on the internet and eating mozzarella sticks after midnight. Tonight, we're going to chat, we're going to sing, going to mix a dangerously thematic cocktail. You're going to watch an old man play a video game badly, and we're going to talk about growth. The kind you do with a shovel, and the kind you do after life drop kicks your ass face first into the mulch. We'll discuss why trees are wiser than most politicians, why roots matter more than algorithms, and why one stubborn sapling can outlive an empire. That's our wisdom tonight, friends. The point is not to live forever. The point is to leave a little shade behind for the ones who come after us. So grab a drink and grab a shovel. Let's get some dirt under our fingernails and let's get some hope back into our hearts. We're not just planting trees tonight. We are planting proof that even in a world made of concrete and noise, there is still plenty of room for living things to thrive. Welcome back to the tea house, folks. Let's grow, baby. File this segment under ironic, don't you think? Now I helped voice one of the most beloved tea aficionados in television history, and tonight I am making green tea shots. For those of you unfamiliar with this classic libation, a green tea shot contains no actual tea whatsoever. Uncle Iroh would be absolutely horrified. He spent years studying balance and harmony, patience, and the spiritual properties of jasmine blossoms. Me, I am pouring peach schnapps into whiskey. But here's the thing. Tea isn't really just about tea. It's about slowing down, long enough to notice life while it's happening. And maybe that's why people connect to Iroh so deeply. Because in a loud world full of people screaming for power and attention, Iroh reminds us to just breathe and have a little tea. We honor him tonight in the only way modern America knows how, with a green tea shot containing no tea. In all things, balance. So, all right, green tea shot. We're going to start off with a little cocktail shaker. Now, ordinarily, the ratio's fairly simple. It's like half an ounce of Jameson whiskey to half an ounce of peach schnapps to half an ounce of sweet and sour mix. But because I'm going to be wanting to drink some of this throughout the show, I'm actually going to make enough for 3. So we will begin. I'm going to do 3 shots of Jameson into this bad boy. Jameson whiskey, 'tis a fine whiskey. A fine old whiskey, if I can get the top off. Jameson whiskey. I am not employed by the Jameson Company, and they have not paid me for that endorsement. There's 1. And here comes 2. And 3. If you're at home, make this with me. Or, or just stick with the whiskey if you don't feel like it. Or drink your tea. I don't care. You guys, you do what you want, You can't be everybody's cup of tea. I'm going to be singing that song on one of these shows. I discovered it recently. It is a Casey Musgraves song, which does seem sort of perfect, for this particular show. Now, we got our peach schnapps. We got 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 1. Uno. Dos. Tres. Boom! Booyah! All right. And now we will add our sour mix. Just any old sour mix will do. A handcrafted sweet and sour mixer. Sour mix really is just sugar and water and lemon, I do believe. You can easily make it yourself. But I am a lazy old bastard, so I am not going to do that. I'm going to go to my local liquor store and buy it. They know me by name there. Yeah, they do. Turns out they're fans of the show. That's always a lot of fun. People will see my tattoo and they'll inquire about it, and that's when I will say, oh, the show, you know what this is, and then it's always fun to say, oh, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'll go, oh, prepare to have your mind blown, my friends. All right, so we have our basic stuff in there. We're going to add some ice, a lot of ice. We're going to want to get it nice and frothy. Fortunately, I have a little ice here. I'm going to add this to your cocktail mixer, and everyone, everybody needs a cocktail mixer, frankly. A mixing glass. It's just, a civilized human needs to have a cocktail shaker. It's just sort of something all civilized humans should have. Now we're going to give this quite a shake, right? A good 10, 20 minutes. 20 minutes later. Oh, sorry. 10 and 20, 30 seconds. I always find, my rule of thumb is when your hand starts getting really, really cold, it's time to. So, here's what we're going to do. Here is our green tea shot. Going to open that up. I have your shot glass. I'm going to pour that in like so. And then, what's interesting, there's one more ingredient. My nieces and nephews. We're going to add a little shot of Sprite to the top of that, right? You can use 7-Up or any lemon lime, beverage. There we go, man. There we go. There you have it. A green tea shot. Now, somewhere up in the spirit world, Uncle Iroh is glaring at me with profound disappointment. And just a tiny bit of curiosity. I think one of the reasons people love tea rituals so much is because they force us to pause, and human beings are just shitty at pausing. Tea? Yeah, tea tells us to chill the fuck out, man. It'll boil when it boils. You cannot bully it or optimize it. Trees work exactly the same way. Roots work the same way. Growth works the same way. And I think that's one of the reasons Avatar: The Last Airbender still resonates so deeply. Because beyond the cool bending and the giant spirit monsters, the show keeps quietly whispering the same thing over and over and over again, even after 20 years. Balance matters. Patience matters. Grace matters. Kindness matters. Trust me, There is a deep spiritual lesson hidden inside this sugary whiskey shot pretending to be tea. Slow down enough to enjoy your life while you're living it. Also, hydrate. Cheers, my friends. You know, at a certain age, every man finds himself at the crossroads of destiny. You either become a dignified elder statesman, or you start talking to plants and insisting they understand you emotionally. I choose the second option. Now, in all fairness, I am typically chemically aligned with nature on any given evening. I will say this. Trees are excellent listeners, no politics, no crypto advice, no comments section energy whatsoever. And honestly, it's healthier than most relationships. Now, the next song was sung by Clint Eastwood. Back when Hollywood executives thought that the guy who played Dirty Harry softly serenading pine trees in a bloated filmed adaptation of a mediocre musical set during the Gold Rush era just might be box office gold. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Anyway, let's talk to the trees. I talk to the trees, but they don't listen to me. I talk to the stars, but they never hear me. The breeze hasn't time to stop and hear what I say. I talk to them all in vain. But suddenly my words reach someone else's ears, touch someone else's heart, strings a two. I tell you my dreams, and while you're listening to me, I suddenly see them come true. I can see us on an April night, looking out across a rolling pot farm, having supper in the candlelight, walking later arm in arm. Then I'll tell you how I passed the day, thinking mainly how the night would be. And then I'll try to find the words to say all the things you mean to me. That's it. Gotta have another one, right? Yeah, no one can drink just one. All right, my friends, it is good to be back here in Albuquerque. Tonight I was in Virginia Beach last weekend, and I met so many wonderful people in Virginia Beach. I've been to Virginia Beach twice now. And one of these days, I promise, I told you guys when I was there, I'm actually going to walk the few blocks down to the beach. But, you know, such lovely people. It was a great show. And we had many, many subscribers. And I would like to thank all of you right now for kindly subscribing to our humble show. So I would like to musically thank Iconic but Ironic, Juan Contreras, Kuhaibi, Jormungand, K-Pat, Kina, Trevor Kylo, Strike Knight, BMC Daniel, F19 Bot, Sammy Mew, Koi Fish, Sinolit, Shadow Shade, Megacarp, Uncalled Iro, Mark Williams, Danzo Khan, Queen Leo, and Blitz G Farman. That was fun. You know, no other show thanks their subs there like here, man. We have even more. I'm checking the new subs from tonight. New subs from tonight. Matt Fieldcamp, I thank you very much. In fact, I'd like to say to all of you who have subscribed this weekend, Matt Fieldcamp, who just subbed to us, and all of the people that have subbed us, not only at the Tidewater Con, but in the past, I would like to say thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. I think I'll have this shot. It's the only shot I've got. All right. Oh, and Big Mark 3000. Thank you. Subs everywhere. Subs. All right, guys. Every time all right. I may be making a rule that could get me in a lot of trouble, Matt. Every time we get a new sub in tonight's show, I will do a green tea shot. And when I run out of green tea shots, I'll just do a little Jameson's, okay? If you guys want to see an old man start to slur, although those who have hung out with me, and as you have, I hold my liquor pretty well. My liquor and my weed, for the most part, you know. Well, hello, Layla. Oh, now here they go. All right. Strike Knight has gifted a sub. I don't make the rules, right? I sort of do. All right, here we go to our first sub. You know, I will say this about the green tea shots. True, there is no tea in them, but, and I am not generally a big fan of very sweet drinks, but I think also because you shoot this, and because frankly, I had some fun last night. You know, I had a little fun. I've been a little bit rough today, so. Actually, I think I'm feeling between the talking to the trees and the, drinking the green tea shot. I'm feeling a lot better all of a sudden. What's up with? Oh,
you will come.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, this could get dangerous. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh.
They want to see you drunk.
They want to see me drunk. Hey, man, I've got 2 more songs to sing tonight. I got monologues. I got a teleprompter. However, I would like to thank Anonymous for the gifted sub, and I would like to also thank Jarl Tier. So I thank you for your subs, my friend. Here we go. I would also like to point out that Molly is now in the building. Molly is here. Molly, for those of you that are new to the tea house, we have a doggy door. Our little pups come in here periodically. We have 2 dogs, both from shelters. They were both rescues. Molly, the unsinkable Molly Magoo Brown, was rescued from a shelter in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and our little dog, Queen Calafia Manelli Waggledy Bottom of the Espanola Waggledy Bottoms, was from the Espanola shelter. And, you know, Callie's a little more chill, you know. Now, Molly's like, oh, what are you doing? You're doing something in there. That sounds fantastic, you know. Callie is a little more mercurial. Callie will come in when Callie feels like coming in, but she might come in. Las Cruces, beautiful. Hey, beautiful place, man. Las Cruces. I was in El Paso, I think, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. I think I was in El Paso, then New York, and Then I was in Virginia Beach, and next week I will be in Oklahoma City, and then the week after that I will be in Philadelphia. And as you guys might have noticed, anytime there's a musical reference that I can lock onto, let's just say when I'm in Oklahoma City, you'll be hearing a lot of Oklahoma. And for those of you that know the musical 1776 in Philadelphia, I'll be singing, of course, "It's hot as hell in Philadelphia." I don't. One of the coolest things, I am so blessed because I get to meet a lot of my heroes in green rooms sometimes. I got to meet, last week I got to meet Elliot from E.T., and his name escapes me, Henry Thomas, Molly, and who else? I've also got to meet, and I'm already off on my tangent. The Shots are already doing their good work.
You got to meet the guy from E.T.?
E.T. I got to meet the guy from E.T., and there was someone else I was going to say something very profound about someone that I met. All right. I was talking about 1776. I know William Daniels as star of a wonderful musical called 1776. Now, you guys might very well know him as Mr. Feeney. And I will never forget, getting to actually meet this man whom honestly, I've been listening to William Daniels sing on 1776 almost as long as I was listening to Mako sing on Pacific Overtures. Actually, I think William Daniels in 1776 predates that in terms of my musical theater love and my lore. But it was it's so cool to meet people like that and to meet Cheech and Chong. Funny thing about Cheech and Chong, I got them to, I was so excited, I was fanboying. People come up to my table sometimes and they're so nervous, and I try to make you guys, because I'm just a fat old guy. What was that? Are you agreeing that I'm fat, Molly? That's very, very rude of you. No Chewies for you tonight. What we love to do for the dogs late at night is it rains Cheerios. She's got a big old bark. But she's a real sweetie. Yeah, I know, right? She's got a big bark. She's a big girl, man. This is a cattle dog / what happened?
I accidentally bumped the light switch.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
It's like, oh, Mo, what's going on, man? What's going on? Ooh. I am just thank you, F19 Pod. I am a fat old guy, but I'm glad. I know, DBZ fan. I loved meeting everybody there in Virginia Beach. It was it was my second time in Virginia Beach, and people in Virginia Beach are just so lovely. And the country is so beautiful. The hotel's great. I didn't really go out this time because I actually was working on a script for the show, so I tend to stay in my room a little more. But the last time I was there, I was at a steakhouse, the first time at a steakhouse called Zoe's in Virginia Beach. Wonderful, wonderful food. And I will stand by this, my nieces and nephews, I will stand by this. The finest cuisine in the United States and possibly in the world is to be found in the American South. That is a hill that I am absolutely willing to die on. Granted, my family's from Texas, and New Mexican cuisine ain't too shabby. It's funny because if you know anything about New Mexico, you know that we're very, very famous for our green chilies, our Hatch green chilies, finest green chilies in the world. And New Mexicans do have a tendency to put green chilies on everything, with the possible exception of breakfast cereal. And, for all I know, it might be good on breakfast cereal. Anywho, again, I was making a point of that. Thank you for the subs, guys. Now I'm completely. I was talking about green chilies. Oh yes, I do remember fried green chilies on a burger. Oh man, Jake, the fried green chilies. There's a place near here on the road to Santa Fe called Madrid, and there is an old. It used to be, I think it's called the Mine Shaft or something like that. You might know because you guys have been living here. It's in Madrid.
I've never been to Madrid.
Madrid.
So, I don't know.
It's an old, it's kind of a dive bar now, but damn, man, they not only put the chopped green chilies on their green chili cheeseburgers, but they have these batter fried. The Mine Shaft, we were there. The Mine Shaft. Thank you very much, Jake. And you get these batter fried green chilies on the cheeseburger with the chopped green chilies. And
Another shot.
yeah, guys, you're killing me here. You're killing me. I'm never going to get through all right, the rest of we'll see how the teleprompter segments go tonight. All right, here we go. Oh man, I'm gonna have to fix another. I'm gonna have to fix another shaker full. Oh, good heavens. Well,
And mostly Sprite.
yeah, I'm going heavy on the Sprite now, guys. All right, thank you, Avatar Epps. Avatar Epps. All right, I don't make the okay. I make the rules. All right. Peanut butter in a burger. You know what I'm excited about going to Oklahoma City this weekend? I have never had an onion burger, and onion burgers are what Oklahoma's very, very famous for. These fried onion burgers where it's not just a little bit of onion. I mean, they fry these burgers, they smash these burgers up, and they smash it down into the onions. So all of these onions are on the burger. I looked, when I'm going to a show, and I find out what hotel we're going to be staying in. The first thing that I always check is, okay, is there a bar in the hotel? And then the second thing I check is, what are the restaurants like? And I noticed that one of the restaurants in the hotel does have fried onion burgers on the menu. So I am absolutely looking forward to that. We're going to get a lot of subscribers. I'm going to get cirrhosis of the liver, but what the heck, you guys, life is too short. Life is too short. It's like plants. Speaking of plants, why not? If we're going to commit to this, tonight, I'm already in. We'll commit to it. And I got Matt here to keep me on track, especially when we get to the game playing section of tonight's show. There we go. That's not weak. Crossfaded. I am the king of crossfaded. And surprisingly, for most people that know me, I do love to crossfade. But all right, late 420, baby. Fried onion burgers, very popular in OK City. And you know what else is really awesome in Oklahoma City? My son went to college at Oklahoma City University. And believe it or not, Oklahoma City University is one of the finest colleges for musical theater education in all of the United States. Kristen Chenoweth went there, and I think Kelly O'Hara went there. I think those are their two huge Broadway stars that went there. And Oklahoma City is a surprisingly sophisticated place. And there is this wonderful bar there. It is called RJ's. And it's an old-time supper club. Actually, the prices are surprisingly, reasonable. But this is the kind of place that has, tomato slices and cottage cheese are on their sides. That is old, man. And the cool thing about RJ's is the night that I think RJ's is owned by, there was someone in a band. I think is there Flaming Lips? Is there
That's a band.
That is a band. I think it might have been one of the guys from Flaming Lips that owned the band, the bar. And it was my son Cooper's 21st birthday, and he was in college at OCU, and he called us up and sent us a text actually. And I guess because maybe Miley Cyrus must have been friends with the owner of RJ's. And my son, on his 21st birthday, was served a tequila shot by none other than Miley Cyrus in Oklahoma City. That's the sort of thing that you think, they're Flaming Lips. That's the sort of thing that you would expect in Los Angeles and New York. Oklahoma City is a surprising place. I love that city very much.
And going to be there this weekend.
I will be there this weekend. And now we are talking about Tom Kane. I never had the privilege of meeting Tom. Certainly the body of his work was absolutely amazing. I mean, I always loved him opening Clone Wars with that very, old school. In last week's episode, my heart goes out to Tom's family and to fans of Tom, because it's like voice actors a lot of times, certainly, and one of the cool things about being a voice actor is that we can go out into the world and not be recognized. We can have a life, but also sometimes I think especially someone of Tom's
talent, it needs to be recognized, and I am glad that we get to recognize. I'm sorry that he's gone, but I think it's important that we recognize his contributions now. Yeah, anyone who knows a Disney DVD knows his voice. Wonderful man. I'm sorry. I think he had a stroke several years ago, and I think it just sort of never really recovered from it. And it's a very, very sad story. And again, my heart does go out to him and to his family and to all the people that loved him. That, if nothing else, all right, I'll drink a shot to Tom Kane. Absolutely. Let's see.
Nothing left in there.
Yes, I do. I'm cheating, man. I'm cheating. I got a little bit left. All right. To Tom Kane. And tonight, when we do circle around to our 30 seconds of silence, it might be good to think about Tom and remember the things that he did and his contribution. He was Powerpuff Girls, Clone. He was in Clone Wars, as a matter of fact. Adventures of Jimmy Neutron. Anyway, Tom Kane. It is. It's very sad. It's very sad, and yet I'm going to address this later on in a monologue. But I also, when we look at trees, I didn't know Tom Kane did a voice on Legend of Korra. The dude had a resume much longer than mine. And again, I wish I had got to meet him. I did get to meet Kevin Conroy once, just once, but that was also pretty cool. Other voice actor. I mean, one of the cool things about my job is that the voice acting legends. I've pretty much met most of them. D. Bradley Baker. I'm obviously Gray Delisle. I met Tara Strong. Worked with Tara Strong. All of the greats. I am still sometimes the Batman. You were right. When I walk into a green room or I meet someone, I am still very, very aware of how blessed I am that I actually have access to these people. And again, I had some voice acting success quite late in life, but I had studied it and I knew who the greats were and I studied their work. And I have been very blessed that I have actually had the privilege of meeting and knowing, and indeed on some of them, like Gray, I actually have the privilege of calling them my friends. It just blows my mind, and I'm very sorry that Tom Kane is gone. I'm sorry that Kevin Conroy is gone, but again, circling back to the tree and the plant motif. I do think sometimes, as I watch the trees, I don't talk to the trees, but they don't listen to me. The trees itself, nature itself, I think, is telling us something. Life goes on, It's like you think something is dead. You think it's gone every winter. You think it's gone. Everything has a cycle. In the spring, it's born. In the summer, it grows. In the fall, it starts to sleep. And in winter, it does sleep. But then it comes back. And I think, obviously, I wish I did know this for a fact, but I think simply the fact of nature showing us that, it's telling us that there's more going. I've mentioned this before. There's more going on here. Molly, I was getting very, very Uncle Iroh-like here. What are you doing? You're harshing my groove here, Molly. Come here. Come here. Ah, there she is. There's my Molly. Look at there she is. Come here. Molly's reminding us that it's good to have fun. It's good to bark and have fun and wander around. She is such a gentle dog. She would never bite anyone, but man, that is a powerful bark, man. Oh! Should I bark back at her? If I do, who knows how loud. Roof! 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 I tell you, roof! 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 Molly's becoming that. I think I'm going to have this. Molly's Tea House, I think, is what we're going to go with here. Molly's Tea House. She is. And now I was waxing all philosophic about leaves and plants and nature. And now I think, thank you, subs, because now I've had the green tea shots. Thank you, because now I'm waxing totally philosophical. I think dogs, something else very special, and dare I say it's something holy. There's something when the way a dog looks at you, with just such love and such loyalty in your eye. Why, thank you. I like to dress for the occasion. And there's something holy about dogs in the relationship that we have with them, in the relationship we have with cats as well, because we have also had cats. Cats are very different animals from dogs. I don't know if we've ever had fish in our lives, but we definitely have some birds at some point. But mainly we have been dog and cat people, and probably more dog than cats. But dogs are pretty lovely. Dogs are pretty wonderful things, if you ask me. And now I'm thinking, Molly, do you want to come up? Are you going to come up and see me? I'm going to see Matt. I'm going to play with Matt over there.
Obsessed with me today.
I know. She literally came in here tonight. She's like been on. Matt's a great guy, man. Could not do the show without him. All right. You know what? All right. What shall we talk about this evening? I've talked about Virginia Beach and cons and dogs. And sky lemurs. We're going to talk about sky lemurs and obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on. Blah, la, la, how the life goes on. There's a giant spider on your window, timeless conundrum. I am, all right. Spiders are creepy, but and this is just a thing about me. I've always been loath even to kill roaches or spiders. I don't like killing things. Which and that now we can go to eating things. That's another matter altogether, and that's something to talk about on another show. And what we owe our fellow creatures on this planet. You have a wall of live spiders, Jarl Tier. Jumping fighters are fantastic. I mean, the fact that there are so many different species of things on this planet. I mean, when you think about it, it really is quite miraculous. This vast universe in which we find ourselves, with spiders, walls of spiders, and dogs that come through doggy doors. And look, she loves to shake hands. She's a good handshaker. Seriously, I think that welcome to Molly's Tea House. It's Molly's Tea House. It's rough.
You might need to set up another camera just for
Yeah, I know. We actually, Melissa and I have actually talked about literally a Molly Cali cam where you can see them coming through the doggy door and watch them, And what's funny is we're out here. This is a set from where I live. Just the tea house. This structure. It's a separate structure from where we live. And what's funny about Molly, especially, is Molly treats it as her really cool extra dog house. When she gets tired of being inside or whatever, because we have a doggy door out here, she'll literally sometimes we'll go, "Where's Molly? Where the hell is Molly?" And we will come in and find her. She's gone to sleep in the bar. She's in a mantis shrimp. No, I have not seen a mantis shrimp. I don't, as a voice actor, what do I look for when commissioning artists for character prints to sign at conventions? I think Lauren could certainly help me with that because Lauren has a great eye for art. I'm always interested in finding different ways the characters are represented. I personally love at cons finding how this Uncle Iroh, certainly we know him as animated as a certain way, and Aku the same way. And I love seeing how these artists interpret the character differently because all artists have their own very, very specific style. And that honestly is one of my very favorite things. How one artist can draw a depiction of Iroh or Aku. Actually, it's more. Iroh is interesting, but it's also very interesting to me to find artists and how they depict Aku, because Aku is typically, and actually, in many ways, the same thing with Iroh. When we think about Iroh and their depictions, it's usually the Iroh, the rotund Iroh delivering proverbs while drinking tea, and then Aku. Generally, it's goofy Aku. It's Aku being goofy or funny or saying something funny. I always kind of like. When I see an Iroh that speaks out to me and says, "This is the Dragon of the West," because it's not what you usually see. It's not quite the same. And the same thing with Aku, rather than the goofy Aku. And Aku is also very funny. I like the Aku. The Aku is a god of evil. Aku is a terrifying demon from hell, and I always am sort of drawn to that depiction simply because they're not that typical. Usually people go the other direction with both characters. So yeah, I would think that was that, and very cartoony and 80s and 90s inspired. Well, I was very, very fortunate indeed, my nieces and nephews. My kids were born in 93 and 94, which means that towards the end of the 90s especially, I got to enjoy some of the best animation, I think, in generations. And it was great to be a father, to be an older guy, and to be able to watch the cartoons with my children. I say very truly that Samurai Jack came out before Avatar did. Avatar, I think, was in the early 2000s. I think, based on how old Cooper was, Samurai Jack must have been the late 90s. And I actually did get to sit. I mean, I can honestly say I was a fan of Samurai Jack long before I had any idea or dream. In my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine that someday I would actually get to voice Aku. So I would watch that with Cooper because Cooper liked the show and I liked the show too. And some other shows that I loved from that era. I loved Dexter's Laboratory, man. I was a Dexter's Laboratory fiend. Loved that show. Probably my second favorite. Powerpuff Girls was fantastic. I loved my friend Jeff Bennett. I loved Johnny Bravo. I did love Johnny Bravo, but I'll tell y'all, I don't think Johnny Bravo will be greenlit in 2026. I don't think so. That would be a very hard sell in 2026. Kids Next Door. Samurai Jack premiered in 2001. Did it? Thank you very much. Thanks. That actually does track fairly well because Cooper would have been born in 94, so he would have been in his 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to watch it. I remember watching it within his room. He had a little bitty TV and some bunk beds in there. He slept in. Yeah, we would watch it. It's kind of cool. It's hard to say, what it feels like to actually watch. Yeah, Bravo did not age well. But the thing is, Johnny Bravo was very, very funny. But I would have to say, I think Johnny Bravo might have been a little misogynistic. I do believe so, little mama. Hey, little mama. But also the animation was funny. And the character was funny. And you know what? I saw, hey, mama. I got to also go in, because my friend Jeff Bennett, I've known him for so many years. And I was actually, of all of Jeff's parts, I like Johnny Bravo. And I loved him as Dexter's dad. And of course, Jeff has done so much work. I was actually just listening to Grey Delisle the other day on. I was watching Invincible, catching up on the latest season. Looking at her as a monster, Monster Girl.
Yeah, I think it's Monster.
It's Monster Girl. I think it was. And I always love her. Oh, that's Grey. Of course, it's hard to find Grey's voice because Grey is so many different kinds of voices. My mama warned me about girls like you. I was hoping she was right. Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if that show is available for streaming. That is something I want to check out. I mean, have they pulled it all together? It would not surprise me if they pulled it all together. But again, and I swing back to this where it's about time to move to take a little break here, guys. But we were very, the fact that Johnny Bravo, it was funny. And by today's standards, it wouldn't fly. But also by today's standards, neither would Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because I have said this again and again, and I absolutely stand by this. If Mike and Brian walked into Nickelodeon offices in 2026 and said, "Guys, I want to pitch you on this great project. It's going to fantastic. It's called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and the whole show opens with genocide." I mean, what do you think? What do you think they're going to? 2026, they're going to say, "Get the hell out of my office right now." There is no way in God's earth we're going to make this show. So, in some ways, I think I'm kind of glad that at one point people were just a little more open to different choices. You know what I mean? And I'm not defending him. I'm not defending Johnny Bravo, although I did think the show was funny. I did think it was funny. I enjoyed watching it with my little kids. I did indeed. And also knowing that was my friend doing a voice. So you got to give me a pass for that. And I'm certainly glad that Avatar: The Last Airbender was made. I think the world would be... much poorer without Avatar: The Last Airbender in it. I was on some social media site, I forget which one, and someone had posited the question, I can't remember this. What was the show that had not only a great last season, but wrapped it up perfectly, a perfect series finale? And I do have to say, and I say this truly, was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender was such the ending of Avatar: The Last Airbender was just perfect. They could not have wrapped it up better. And I have said this before. I wish the writers from Game of Thrones had got the memo from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I wasted how many seasons on Game of Thrones and ended up sucking so bad. And literally, it would be like, an Avatar: The Last Airbender. If the writers had said, "Okay, this is the last episode. Here's what we're going to do. Uncle Iroh is actually bad, and he's going to kill everybody in Ba Sing Se." I mean, right? It would be literally... It's that jarring, and it really pisses me off. And, oh, man, now I'm getting mad. Now the drinks are making me mad. So, all right, we need to take a break. Now it's time for Mr. T. We got to take a break. I once lent my voice to a little show called Avatar: The Last Airbender. Indie productions. What is this doing? All right. Hold on a second, guys. The teleprompter is screwing up again tonight. We'll give it a try here. Go to...
Take two. I once lent my voice to a little show called Avatar: The Last Airbender. Tiny indie production, very obscure. Maybe 14 people watched it. It's hard to say. Now, when people think about Avatar, they generally remember the cool stuff first, right? You know, the fireball fights, the sword fights, the flying bison. And to be fair, those things do make for memorable television. But then you start to notice something else. Almost every villain in Avatar wants the same thing. More control, more power, bigger machines, burn this, conquer that, build an empire. Meantime, the wisest people just sitting around drinking tea, man. It's basically the whole show. Honestly, I think Uncle Iroh is really onto something. Tea takes time. Trees take time. You can't scream a garden into blooming. Trust me. America's been trying that shit for years. Speaking of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I have been thinking about that giant banyan grove tree in the swamp. You guys remember that episode? You know, massive roots spreading underneath in every direction. I love the idea that all of life is connected underground in ways we can't always see. Roots don't care about noise. Roots don't care about trends. Roots get the job done. Just ask my friend Toph. Toph instinctively knows something most people forget. This world, it builds cages and rules and systems and concrete, but the earth does not give a flying fuck about concrete. Earth bides her time. And then earth splits concrete sidewalks like butter. Toph learned to bend metal because she understood that. This earth is so much stronger than the people who build cages. And finally, there is Leaves from the Vine. Let's talk about Leaves from the Vine. Now, so many of you have shared your great love of Leaves from the Vine with me. And by the way, I will not sing it, not now, not ever. Don't ask. But I do know how much this song means to you. How much it helps people through grief and loss and the very hard seasons of life. I think part of why it connects so deeply, it's right there in the title, right? Leaves fall. That's what leaves do. But the tree remains. The roots remain. Life continues beneath the surface, even when everything looks dead. And that's not just good storytelling. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. You know, a lowly weed helps me grasp this concept. A lowly weed helps me grasp most concepts. But I digress. Now, I'm not saying marijuana magically makes you wise. I'm just saying it slows you down enough to maybe notice the steam rising off the tea or the wind moving through the trees. Or how weird it is that millions of people who connect emotionally with a cartoon about balance can simultaneously argue online about it with a guy named Firelord420. And maybe that is where we find our light tonight. In quiet, living things continuing anyway. Roots under the surface. Leaves returning when their time comes. People planting trees whose shade they may never sit beneath. That is called hope, my nieces and nephews. Quiet hope. The kind with dirt under its fingernails. And if you look for the light, you just might find it in your own backyard. You know, theater kids make for very strange parents. When our children were quite small, I was doing Little Shop of Horrors, and I was playing Mr. Mushnik, which meant several nights a week their dad was eaten alive by a giant alien plant in front of a paying audience. Naturally, Melissa and I thought this might incur substantial therapy expenses down the road for our progeny, so we brought them into a rehearsal one night, and we showed them the mechanics of the Audrey 2 puppet, and we explained that Daddy was not actually being devoured by sentient foliage. Although honestly, there are days when I would absolutely welcome it. Seriously. But there is another side to this plant business. When the kids were still in Melissa's belly, I sang to them regularly. Mostly old standards and show tunes, because they were trapped in there with the theater kid for a daddy, and they had very little choice in the matter, let me tell you. And one of those songs I would often sing to them was this one, Hurry, It's Lovely Up Here. Coincidentally, the lyrics for both of tonight's show tunes were written by Mr. Alan J. Lerner, one of the great lyricists of the American musical theater. Lerner had a rare gift for writing about longing, about people reaching out for something just beyond themselves. Love, beauty, spring, reinvention, hope. Like most poets, he was a complete disaster personally. But I take comfort in that, you know? It means that you can create beautiful things while still being gloriously human. And I still love what this song has to say. Spring comes back. Light comes back. Beauty comes back. Even after long, long winters, the world finds a way to blossom again. So here is Hurry, It's Lovely Up Here from On a Clear Day You Can See Forever by Alan J. Lerner and Burton Lane, which is a musical about reincarnation, which is sort of a good fit for tonight's show and possibly a cool theme for a future show. But I digress. Hey, buds below, up is where to grow, up with which below can't compare with. Hurry, it's lovely up here. Life down a hole takes an awful toll, what with not a soul there to share with. Hurry, it's lovely up here. Wake up, bestir yourself. It's time that you disinter yourself. You've got a spot to fill. Life here is rosy. Here. Hey, rhododend, courage, little friend. Everything'll end, rhododandy. Hurry, it's lovely up here. Climb up, geranium. It can't be fun. No audio? No audio. We've cut out.
Zeke is working on it right now. There is no audio.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
The picture's live? But there's no audio at all.
No audio. You can hear.
We're working on it, folks.
You're back.
Do we have a...
People are saying we're good in chat.
We're good in chat? We got audio?
Jacob says audio's good.
We want to do the song again? Let's ask the chat. You guys want to hear the song again? I was really cooking.
Yes.
You want to hear the song again?
Everybody wants to hear it.
You guys want to hear the song again? Please, twist my arm. All right, let me reset the... This is live. This is live streaming, baby. Takes balls to do a live streaming show. All right, here we go. Hurry, it's lovely up here. 2. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's all right. It's all right. I said the lines and then it came up. It's get start. Now. Hey, buds below, up is where to grow. Up with which below can't compare with. Hurry, it's lovely up here. Life down a hole takes an awful toll. What with not a soul there to share with. Hurry, it's lovely up here. Wake up, bestir yourself. It's time that you disinter yourself. You've got a spot to fill, pot to fill. And what a gift package of shower, sun, and love. You'll be met above everywhere with, fondled and sniffed by millions who drift by. Life here is rosy if you're a posy. Hurry, it's lovely here. Hey, Rhododend, courage, little friend, everything'll end, Rhododandy. Hurry, it's lovely up here. Climb up, geranium, it can't be fun, subterraneum. On the exterior, it's cheerier. RSVP peonies, pollinate the breeze, make the queen of bees hot as brandy. Come give at least a preview of Easter. Come up and see the good we're giving. Come up and see the grounds for living. Come poke your head out. Open up and spread out. Hurry, it's lovely here. Don't go to black, not yet, because guys, as you know, it would be very, as you can see tonight, with all the things, the technical aspects going on, it would be impossible for me to do this show without my friend Matt Hood, who lives across the street. So, Matt, if you would step up here on the stage with me, I have a little presentation for you that Melissa and I. Oh, and by the way, guys, this isn't just the stage. There's a Murphy bed under here. Anyway, since you were here every week and you helped me so much, I would like to present you with this special official Uncle G's Tea House shirt for you to wear while we do the show.
All right, cool.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So please, in the chat, give a little love for this guy. This guy makes it all possible. Matt Hood, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Hood. And now I'm going to go to black. Which button?
This is the BRB.
Uh,
It's the top middle button.
there we go. one. Honestly, I think version number 2. I think I liked it better than I liked it better than version number 1. Actually. Anyway, hello, my friends. I welcome you back to the tea house. Oh dear, what's happened? Oh, there we go. We're having all manner of technical difficulties tonight. The monitor has been going off periodically. Shello is me ask, how is Jeff Baldwin? How is Jeff Baldwin doing? Well, I haven't spoken to him in a little while. For those of you who don't know, my little brother, Jeff Baldwin, it was the entertainment, the general manager of the Texas Renaissance Festival. And if any of you watched the HBO show, it was called Ren Fair. What do you guys think? Audio. In any case, I will take a rip again. Back on. Well, that did give me. Last thing we heard was if you watch a show on HBO called Ren Fair. Yes, if you did, that was my little brother. He was the general manager of the Texas Renaissance Festival. Ripple in all of that. What happened is, I think George Cullum, the owner of the festival, if you watch the show, did kill himself, I think, about a year and a half ago. So all of that has been very much in a state of flux, and there's been a lot of, in my understanding, legal shenanigans, legal machinations going on as they try to decide who actually, what's going to actually come of all that. I don't talk to, I don't talk to my little brother as much as I would like, which I think is unfortunately with as we get older, I think of a lot of people, you should talk to your family more. But the last I spoke with him, he was doing great. He and Brandy are still in Texas near the Renaissance Festival. I think he was working there last year. And yeah, that is what I can tell. I would also say if you guys want to see a really cool show, watch Ren Fair. And a fun fact about Ren Fair, Shello is me. That's a cool name. Jeffrey and I go back a long time. We go back many years. Our siblings are the only ones that actually are with us longer than our spouses as a rule, because we're there from the very beginning. And I'm very lucky to still have a little brother. I lost my big brother, oddly enough, on July 21st, 2016, I lost my big brother. And we lost Mako on July 21st, 2006. So coming up in July will be the 20th anniversary of Mako's passing and the 10th anniversary of my big brother's. But I don't want to bring us all down, because frankly, what we got to do is, we've been having technical difficulties. I've been taking some shots. You guys know what that means. It's time to take down some splicers in BioShock. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the time has come to watch an old fat man attempt to play BioShock. We're going in now. We're going in. It's wrenching time. It's wrench bending time. I had this thought the other night. I think at some point we're going to do an Aku show. Hosted by Aku. So instead of looking for the light, we'll be, tonight we are looking for the darkness. What's a really shitty thing that happened this week? I think that, I think that would be sort of a yin yang, kind of a fun thing to do. And I can already tell you guys, I have something planned for whatever Tuesday is nearest to Halloween, something horrifying, the most horrifying costume I could possibly imagine for you poor people. I will perform the show that night without my hairpiece.
And for those of you that didn't know, I was wearing a hairpiece. God bless you for that. That is exactly what I was going for. It does look pretty good, though, doesn't it? Anyway, all right, we're going back to Rapture. I haven't played it in a while, and I have had some of those green tea shots, so we'll see what happens. Clearly, I had been killed. You know what? Let's just. All right, how are we doing here? What do I have? Do I need? Okay, I've got some buckshot. That's good. Do I have any frog grenades? Frag grenades. Okay, I got some of those. Film. Who needs that? Napalm. Do I have napalm? I got a lot of napalm. I think I got quite a bit. It is wrench bending time. All right, and I will embrace the darkness, create havoc, my friend. And you're right, Avatar. It is a very strange coincidence because in their ways, both of them were gigantic mentors in my life. My big brother Dale was both of my brothers were way more jock than I am, but Dale, because he was 5 years older than me, would, really take up for me when, the other kids were picking on a theater kid like they do. And of course, Mako, what can I say about Mako and the effect that he's had on my life? So yeah, it is an odd coincidence. I look forward to seeing them both in the spirit world, but not today, because tonight I'm going to kick some splicers' ask. What am I, suddenly Popeye? Kicks their ass. Come here. Here you go. Here you splicers. Kick your ass. Popeye the Sea Skidlin's getting Billy Apado. All right. All right. Where am I going, Matt? This look smart. Let's look good. Load. Huh. All right. We'll see what happens. No, I've been to Arcadia. I want to stay in Farmers Market, right? It's. I haven't played this game in a while, guys. We'll see where it all goes. Saving content. Please do not turn off the PS4 system while saving. Yes, I am going to kick Splicer ass. In fact, it's been too long. I need to kill. Must kill. Hello, Ryan.
The inevitable.
I will fight the inevitable mother. Oh no, don't let it be. No, please, not the bombing things. I hate the things that bomb me, and I've already been to Arcadia. Can I hide here? Can they not find me? Ooh, suddenly all right. Oh, all right, you know what? All right, I think maybe the best thing to do might be just to run. Oh, man, this is not good. This is not good. I am surrounded. All right. Oh, they're still there. Stop. Come on, got anything? I'll take that. Thank you. All right, moving on, moving forward. Using first aid. Man, those things honestly, the rockets, the flying drones. God, I hate flying drones. How am I liking playing Bio? You know what? Honestly, I'm kicking Splicer ass. I'm actually loving the show, the game rather, and I'm finding it for an old guy that is very unfamiliar with shooters. I love the fact that it doesn't send me back. Oh, hello. I can kill somebody.
You will
Oh, and I think
come
I did. First kill of the night. And what do you have for me, Leadhead Splicer? Oh, I'll take all that. And now let's keep. Where's mine? I want my. What's that? Oh. I think I should take that. Absolutely. What do we have here, guys? Oh. All right, Fly Guy Epic resubbed for the second month saying, hey, Greg, I hope you're doing well. Well, Fly Guy, I hope you are doing well as well. I guess I should do another.
You'd have to make it.
I'd have to make it at this point, I'd have to make another shot. So how about I just, I thank you for the sub.
I think that's a fine substitute.
I am thanking you for the sub, my friends. That'll work. Either way, I am going to be messed up at the end of tonight's show. But my slight hangover is gone. What's up with that?
Someone in the chat asked, what is this game?
This is BioShock, my friends, and it is on. I'm playing it on a PS5, which is a very, very cool system. Of course, the very first gaming system I ever played on, I kid you not, was Pong. Probably around 1978, 79. I don't know. But you have to understand, it seems so rudimentary by today's standards. But man, in 1979, it was unlike anything ever before. And that's to take me back to Arcadia, right? I don't want to go back to Arcadia.
You're in Arcadia right now.
I'm in Arcadia.
Yeah, so that would take you back to the farmer's market.
Oh. I want to buy a ticket to something. It seems like I should be allowed. That's kind of a cool, creepy thing. So, everybody, first system, Super Nintendo, great system. My wife and I used to play.
Can I see the controller? I want to
Bye.
see if I can get the arrow to show back.
All right. Our friend Matt, who is now proudly wearing his badge of honor, as you know, the person in the room with me who keeps me on track, man. It would not work without Matt. And now I can just talk to you. It's like I'm playing the game, but I'm actually talking to you. I'm totally multitasking now. Who knew I could do something like this? It's amazing. Clearly amazing, my friends. Yeah, my first game was Pong. I do remember we had the E.T. game, and there was a little Journey game that we used to love. And, of course, it was just these silly little pixels with the pixels running from groupies, I think, was the game. But, man, we used to love playing that game. Melissa was always way better at gaming than me. She had more patience for it. She actually, I think, a couple of times, I think it might have been Banjo-Kazooie, maybe, that she got to the end of. I know she got to the end of one of the Mario games because I remember taking pictures of it and waking up the kids. And she also got to the end of Pitfall Harry, another one of those very, very old games that, like 5 pixels in the whole thing. I really do wish they'd give me my arrow. It's just not fair.
Yeah, sadly, I think you're just going to need to wander around.
I'm just going to have to wander around and see what I can find. Skill and Scotland, Billy Apador. I'll kill some splicers. Kill some spicklers, I'll be spicklers. Well, it was a pleasure hanging with you, Care Bear Lord 37. Have a wonderful week, my friend. We will be back next week. We'll be doing one day post-Memorial Day show. Sort of the problem with doing shows on Tuesday, but Tuesday is the one day where I know I could do it. Oh, Crash Bandicoot, that was a great game too. But I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but Banjo-Kazooie has never come out on another system. It has? Or they haven't done another one in many, many years.
Yeah, so they did Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2 for the Nintendo 64, and then they re-released those games for the Xbox 360.
But no new...
But no new... Right, well, they did like a racing game, but...
No, that's not Banjo-Kazooie. If they could do any game, if there's any game that I would like to see played available again, it would be that one. Well, let's see. Maybe I can get something here. Anything cool? I got some money. Anything I want? First aid kit.
You have no first aid kits.
All right, I got a lot. All right. Now we are... All right. I got some first aid kits. Going up here. Arcadia Glens, huh? Have I been there? I don't know. Guess I'll find out. Probably. This is all looking remarkably familiar.
You have been here, but right now the objective is to find ingredients, and those could be anywhere.
Well, it seems like the tea garden would be a place to go. What's down here? Can I get
You
into
might be
this
stuck
grotto?
on this one for several streams.
Yeah, I think I've already been stuck on this for a seldom stream. Oh, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you that in her own time, Calafia would come up and join us. So now, if you can see behind me, little Calafia has... Where'd she go? There she is. Here's my little girl, Callie. Callie's a very good girl. I hope I don't get killed by the splices when I'm giving you the pet. I'm giving you the pet. Callie's a very good girl, too. And Mikkel, when Molly hears Callie getting attention, Molly is never far behind. It's like, oh, no, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me, not Callie. Dogs are funny and delightful. This looks so... What have we here? I don't know if I've been in here. This looks like a new place. I would... Generally... Uh-oh, something's coming after me. Please, God, don't let them be those drones. Oh! First aid! First aid! First aid! Oh, man. Bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. That's always... I like that. All right, here we are. But you know what? I don't want the winter blast. I want incinerate. Incinerate, I do better with. Although I think that might have been a new Vita chamber, huh? I would, yeah, I'd remember that. No, I won't purchase anything at this point. I want out of here. I want into the next level. All right, we're going to the grotto. And truly, guys, if you, as horrible as I am at the game, I am so much better than I used to be. Rolling Hills. Have I been there? That song's on my... Tree Farm, I have definitely not been. It's time that you disinter yourselves. I like that little song, you know? Any upcoming games I am looking forward to playing? Well, I was looking forward to... I think they just did some updates to Civ 7. And maybe they completely changed the game. I am not a big fan of Civ 7. I have been quietly thinking I might do another show, but much more, not actually produced here, not with the songs and everything, but just me gaming, playing the one game that I am actually reasonably good at because I've been playing it for years, and that is Civilization 6. I love Civilization 6. I've been playing all the Civ games since Civ 2. And those I enjoy. I enjoy those very much. Whoever's in charge, ask if he's saying and make them into video. Oh, have to crop all of G. Well, who's ever in charge of Uncle G's video songs, I sort of figure out. We should put them onto videos. There are, of course, always copyright issues with songs, but oh, have I gotten anything from you? No, can't. You're all messed up, man. Okay, I don't remember that. I'm in a different place, I think. Yep, because there's a spicer I haven't searched. You know, it remains a very, very creepy game. Got anything I need? Ooh, all right, I'll take it. I will take whatever you got. This looks like something that... how much money do I have? Maybe I can... well,
Exactly.
I literally have exactly enough. Sure, why not? I will definitely see what's in the safe. It better be something, man. All right. I got some anti-person and $67. So actually, that was a pretty good deal. It's funny that we are doing the National Plant a Tree Day, because that is something we've been doing in our backyard. We bought this house in Albuquerque back in 2018. And slowly, we have been renovating it. And we finally got to the point where we're working on the outside. And we planted some trees last October, and just literally the last couple of weeks, our landscaper was out, our contractor's out. So now we're seeing these trees literally bloom in the backyard, and it is such a lovely thing to see. I think you'd agree, Matt. It looks good with the trees. The backyard is looking good, man. Looking good. Frighteningly, this bar in which we find ourselves is one of 2 bars on this house. There's also an outside bar, which just recently has become warm enough for us to play around in. People don't realize when they think of Albuquerque, they think that we are Arizona. They think we're Phoenix. They're like, oh my God, it's 120 degrees. It's never 120 degrees here. It is, Albuquerque is, fun fact, 200 feet lower than Denver, Colorado. So it's the high desert, and I like to think I put a little of the high into the high desert.
True.
That's, you know, there is literally a dispensary on every. I think our cannabis needs are met in this particular community.
Especially around here.
Yeah, there's something here.
It's just a diary.
Another diary. We'll take the diary. But, you know, I haven't incinerated anything, and I've been here before.
People in the chat, they keep talking about like what game you're playing. Why are you playing this game?
Why am I playing BioShock? Why am I playing BioShock? I will tell you why I am playing BioShock, my friends. My voice is in the game. And when we came up with the idea for this channel, the whole conceit was that it would be, because I haven't played most of the games that I'm in. I only play Civ 6. So I haven't played it. Certainly not play a lot of shooters. So this is me sort of playing through games that I actually did voice. We have not arrived at my voice yet. And that is a story for another time, because I have never been absolutely 100% sure that I am the voice of Fontaine. I recorded the voice of Fontaine, but I do not know if that is actually the voice that they used. And I think it might be fun once we get to that point, sometime. Yeah, Fear. Yes, Fear. I was Norton. I was a big fat guy eating Cheetos in Fear. I do remember that. It was one of the earlier games I did. And I got to tell you guys, in terms of voice acting, animated TV shows are easy. At last. Oh, there we go. Ha, 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 I got to kill something again. All right, I feel better. Ooh, look at you. You're under there, baby. Oh.
So now he's not on fire.
Well, that was pretty smart of him. I used the first aid. All right, come on. Where are you, you bastard? Well, that's sort of interesting. Is that anything I should...
Yeah.
It's all lit up.
Just environmental art.
How dare you!
The fire won't do anything to him. It's even longer.
Well, how about my wrench? How you like that? How you like them apples, baby? All right, we're going back to the wrench. Oh, that looks kind of, oh, man. All right, this is kind of cool. I definitely have not been here. This is a new place. I talked about a Little Shop of Horrors earlier. That is one of my favorite shows. Would you like to be my son? Norton Mapes. Thank you very much, Jake. Oh, hey, look at you. I bet you didn't see that coming. Ooh, that got him with one blow, baby. One. Aha! You have died, Fluggish Spicer. The Spicer is done. That's one dead. Yeah, that's one dead Spicer. Skillin, skettlin, billy appido. Popeye the Sailor Man. Thing in here? No. RSVP peonies. Pollinate the breeze. You never thought you would see Uncle Iro use a wrench to go skull bending. Skull bending. Well, it just goes to show you, you never know what might happen. And when the skull bending happens, I don't think it's so much Iro as it is Akur. You dare disturb me? You will pay for your insubordination. What's that? Oh, I think I've already been here because I came down. Going through the water. This is a remarkable, still a remarkable game. And one of the games that I think we are thinking about we might play in the future is Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. Because it would be a lot of fun to play the game as Aku. All right, I can't go up there. Been there. I've been here, right? Popeye to see the band's getting up a door. Popeye to see. Jeff Bennett did a great Popeye. He always did a great Popeye. He'd make me laugh doing it. Fun fact, Jeff Bennett was at my bachelor party in 1984. There are actually photographs of that at the Caligula XXX in Houston, Texas, because of course, that's, where else would it be? Oh, well, you have, honestly, Hercule Mir, you've never seen Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is a wonderful show, and I would highly recommend it. It's if you love Avatar, obviously tonally it's very different, but in terms of animation, Samurai Jack is next level, man. All right, who's messing with me? Somebody messing with me. Oh, okay. All right. I'm hiding. I'm sneaking up on my prey. But something is killing me. It keeps.
I don't think anything.
Something I keep. All right. Well.
No, the screen is shaking because his footsteps are so heavy.
I'm gonna take you down with a wrench, motherfucker. What do you think of that?
Think what you will. There was a time I
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Yeah, I'm not surprised. Wait. Bum 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 bum. I make it sound like a nature documentary. Yeah, guys, remember those old? You guys probably don't remember those old Disney documentaries they used to show us in class, where the guy, he was always now that cougar knew that it was going to be a long winter. You guys remember that guy? I can't think of his name. I think it was Hibbler something, I believe. But you would know. He narrated all of those Disney true life adventures. Yep. He knew it would be a long winter. I think I'm going to need something. No, I don't like that. No, and I certainly don't want to. Oh, I'm going to. Where's my incinerate? That's what I want. Incinerate. This I can use. This I can use. This I can use. Get rid of at least one of you. All right. That was tough, man. That was a tough one. All right. Hey, I've got some money, though. That's good. That's good. All right. Now, is that other asshole around? Where is that other asshole splicer? I'm sorry that my language is sometimes quite salty, my friends. Something is coming out for me. I am low on health, but wealthy. I guess, If you gotta be, if you got to be low on health, you might as well be wealthy. Where are you, you filthy splicer? You shall feel the wrath of Aku. Do you have anything of use to me? Invent. All right, what's this? Should I invent something? Yeah, I'll try that. And I'll buy it out. And so, there, I invented something.
No, you hacked the machine.
I hacked the machine. Cool. And so now I. All right, Matt, what do you think? What do I need?
Automatic hack tools are pretty good.
I'll take an automatic hack tool. And now, back to our game. Yeah, there is. But where, man? Hey, splicer below. Heed this tale of woe. You know, there is something inherently satisfying about taking them out with the wrench.
Of course.
You know, I don't know what it is. Oh, a pistol. Did I just see a pistol? Yeah, I'll take some pistol rounds. I could use some submarine rounds. That would be a good thing to have right about now. A Houdini splicer. What's that line from? What is a Houdini splicer? That's a song from Ragtime. Like Mama once said, that's the showbiz. I'm up in the air, I hang by a thread, and people pay money to see if I'm dead. Like Mama once said, that's the showbiz. We had the chance to see, maybe I'm going to be in New York again. I'm going to be in White Plains, New York, actually next month. And I'm going to go and visit my son again. And I think we're going to go see Masquerade, which is the interactive Phantom of the Opera, which I'm very, very excited about. New York's always great. Of course it is, as I said, $300 an hour just to breathe the air in Manhattan. Yes, it is safe to say that the Big Daddy is basically a splicer that is extra thick. Oh, okay. Pardon me a minute. Pardon me a moment. All right. Who's? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, darn it. Here, I'm just gonna. You know what? I don't always have to kill the Big Daddies, right?
Right.
And they won't necessarily pursue me. It's kind of cool down here. I've gotten a lot of shit. Yes, I'm very excited. I always look. New York City's always great, and I have to say, although expensive, what a wonderful city. And if you guys ever go into New York and you haven't been to LaGuardia Airport, oh my God, the things that airport is literally. It's one of the most beautiful airports. And, I think for many years it was considered, you want to go to JFK, not LaGuardia. It is beautiful. And what I love about...
White Plains a con?
Yes, it is. It is. It's White Plains. I can't think of the name of it and the actual official name of it, but it is next month. Ooh, what's this? Will this do anything?
Yes, you can upgrade a gun.
Oh, hell to the yes. Okay, what is going to be my best... Is there a wrench damage? Can I increase the wrench damage? Yeah, see, that's what I would want. I don't think I have any machine gun ammo at this point, but I do have pistols and shotgun. That would probably be the best. A shotgun damage increase. Pistol damage increase. I think I'm going to go with that one. All right. Oh, and I've got quite a few. Quite a few rounds here. Oh, I got plenty of rounds. I might actually could kill something with this.
Undiscovered Realms.
Undiscovered Realms. Thank you very much. Undiscovered Realms Comic-Con. Oh, the only musical you've seen is Wicked when it came to Virginia. Well, I can't promise anything, guys, but in July, there is a Comic-Con here in Albuquerque, and my nephew Dante will be here. And also, my friend Marty Grabstein, the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog, will be here. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to do this live, but I promise you we will video it for you. If you mentioned Wicked, Marty and I's Defying Gravity is. You haven't lived until you've seen Courage the Cowardly Dog and Uncle Iroh sing Defying Gravity. So I'm just saying that's something for you guys to live for. Okay, something's hurting me. Oh, all right. Come on, buddy. You are weak. You are weak, pathetic Big Daddy. You are weak, and soon you will die. Oh, that was beautifully timed. That was. Oh, you got to clip that, guys. That. Oh man. Oh, wait a minute. I think I died, but he died too.
Yeah, but you both did.
We both, you know. Now switching back to Iroh, there is a cosmic lesson in that, my friends. Which one of us is the victor when we both die? Yes, Dante is a very cool guy. Dante, the fact that Dante is 50 years old freaks me out because he still looks like he's Rufio. But Dante, if you are lucky enough to meet him, Dante is just a wonderful, wonderful human. Honestly, I love all my Avatar friends, and I think I'm very excited. In Oklahoma City, I will be with my friend Janet Varney. I will be with Cora. Hello, Cora.
This weekend, right?
This weekend, Oklahoma City. It is Thursday. This is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Big Con, Galaxy Con, Oklahoma City. So yeah, guys, come on down. You know, come down, say hello. We do offer actually free selfies at these shows to anyone that does subscribe to the channel. Just kind of a cool way of getting the word out about the channel. And what I'm trying to do actually with Uncle G's Tea House, and indeed what I'm trying to do right now, is I love going to fan conventions and I love making new friends. And my approach to fan conventions has always been, it's not just about people coming to meet me, it's about me meeting people. And that is honestly one of the things I love most about the whole gig. I love making new friends all over the country. And what I'm trying to do with the Tea House, and it was a little weird at first, I'm getting better with it, but trying to remember to look at the camera and as I chat with you guys, to treat you as I would someone actually at my table, where I'm talking far too long and the line gets long and people just go crazy. It's like, but I think people like it because it's, you know, I like to have conversations with people. I like to get to know people. I like to hear about their lives. I like to know about what it's like living in Virginia Beach or El Paso or wherever, Tampa, wherever I happen to be. And for an old dude, it has been a delightful turn of events. You know, it's a really cool gig for a 65-year-old man to still be able to go out and meet people and talk to people, make new friends. That's what it's all about. Well, that's, you know, the hokey pokey is of course what it's all about. I think, yeah, we really, I should do a whole show about that. Uncle Iroh. All right, I got to stop that because that makes so much sense. All right, Uncle Iroh now giving you the meaning of life. This is the meaning of life. This is wisdom. This is next level wisdom from Uncle Iroh. You'll put your right foot in. You'll put your right foot out. You'll put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That is what it's all about. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's our show. I hope you guys have enjoyed it tonight. I think we can all go to sleep after that, man. We do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Okay. You kill yourself a splicer if a splicer is around. That's what it's all about. You put incinerate on. Definitely gonna put incinerate on. Someone's laughing nearby. I can hear you. So literally, this is just running around. You know, when the time comes. As long as you guys aren't getting bored, I do worry about, yes, the Hokey Pokey Miyashi in 1997 is, I think, possibly the meaning of life. That and I believe 42. I think 42 might very well be the meaning of life as well.
I will say that you might make progress if you go to the farmer's market.
All right, I'm going to the farmer's market.
Okay.
I'm going to the farmer's market, which is this way. I think. Oh, I haven't searched the trash can. I'll take that. Always. Incinerate.
Oh, he's terribly funny, but his wife.
Oh, he's terribly funny. Oh, cool. This will be fun. You won't even see it's coming. You won't even know it's coming. I didn't see that coming, did ya? Ah, sure. Ah, see. Oh, I alerted someone else. Something's shooting at me. Oh, let's do that. Ooh. Health already full. Okay, that's good. That's good. I still have it. Am I going in the right direction? What would I do without him? That's why you wear the shirt, man. That's why you got the shirt, Matt. I couldn't do it without you, baby. Just give it some time. This way, man. Oh, pistol. I'll always take some pistol rounds. Now, is this more? Am I in the right?
Headed there. Through those doors.
I have gotten so much better at navigating, guys. I'm actually kind of proud. I actually, believe it or not, have been known to come in here and play it myself. I haven't for a while because I've been on the road so much. There it is.
That's this direction.
But I have 2 more shows. I have Oklahoma City, and then we have Fan Expo Philadelphia the week after that. And then I have a couple of weeks off. But yeah, it's fan, you know. It's fan convention season, and it's fun. I love meeting you guys. I don't mind air travel. I love the day drinking. That's my favorite thing about air travel. The day drinking is fantastic. All right, well, you know, all right. What the heck? You always have... I know, but he always has cool stuff. You know, I can always get cool stuff. And I'm playing it on... I would imagine, are they much harder to live in the more difficult levels? Because I literally, this is, you know, baby level, and it's generally pretty easy for me. The big dabble... Because he is... Come on, buddy. Come on. Why won't you die? You are gonna die. I believe I did.
Oh, there's someone else shooting.
That incinerate is a good power, man. I like that one. All right, where's your broken body? Ooh, what's that? Bandages. Yes, thank you. Oh man, you guys are just relentless. Heal a little bit. Where are you? Oh, well, there you are. Ah, yeah, that scream is music to my ears. Hey, Splicer below. Hell, this is where you'll go. I'm sorry. I just amused myself. Yes, I did.
Where they love your little parody.
You do? Yeah, I do love it. Honestly, I love it. This show is fun. Although, all right, man. Search. All right, give me some stuff. Give me some stuff, baby. Where? Oh, man. All right, you know what? I got a lot of pistols. And I think my pistols now do more damage. This will be fun. It's fun. It's kind of fun to laugh when people scream. It is funny. It is funny to great Aku.
This is our cool show now. That ridiculous tea-drinking moron is no longer in the driver's seat.
And don't forget the loot pendant.
I knew he was somewhere. Yes, thank you. And I got some good money now. Money's good to have. Just give me money. That's what I want. That's what I want. Just give me money. All right, I'm sorry. That actually was not sounding very good. However, I would like to thank you guys because I did have a little hangover, going in today, and it's all gone now. I feel so much better. All right, my friend. Oh well, you know what? I will. All right, I have to kill one more thing. I have to kill one more thing with my pistol, and oh man, because I have this new pistol that does more damage. Oh, you're hiding from me, are you? There we go! Ha ha! And you know what? Sorry. and on that lovely note, well, let's get what I can. We will be taking a little break, and then we will go away from killing splicers and screaming, laughing while people scream, to something a little more calm and a little more profound. We will be back in just a moment, my nieces and nephews. Living in New Mexico has taught me that just because something looks like it's dead, it ain't necessarily dead. Now, I have lived most of my life in Texas and Los Angeles. Now, those are great places, wonderful people. Seasons there are theoretical. Now, in Houston, y'all, summer lasts 11 months, and the 12th month is called slightly cooler summer. Los Angeles has 4 distinct seasons. It does. It has fire season, award season, pilot season, and traffic. Now, Nuevo Mexico, Nuevo Mexico changes, senor. Trees go bare and gardens disappear. The world turns quiet and brown. Made me a little sad the first time I experienced it. I thought everything was dead. But then spring showed up and the trees started to breathe again. And the whole world quietly came back to life, and then it hit me. Maybe, just maybe, that's the natural order of things. Maybe human beings work that way too. Just because somebody seems tired or lost or burned out or quiet, it doesn't mean they're dead inside, no. Maybe they're just resting. Maybe roots are growing underground where nobody can see them yet. That idea, it sits with me a lot. And since everything I have learned in life, I have learned from
musical theater, here is a pertinent passage from a musical called Zorba that I absolutely adore. Check this out. One morning in Salonika, I never will forget. I was passing by the oldest man I think I ever met. He was kneeling in an orchard when he turned and looked at me, and he said, "Come watch me, sonny, as I plant this almond tree." I tell you, boss, that fellow, he was over 95, and I think he had a week, maybe two, to stay alive. But he had to plant that almond tree. And when I asked him why, he said, "I live every minute as if I would never die." I fucking love that, man. I love it. Not because it ignores mortality, quite the opposite. It accepts that life is temporary, but plant the tree anyway, right? Love anyway, sing anyway, build something anyway. And frankly, that may be the most hopeful philosophy I have ever heard. Feels very on brand for Uncle Iroh. Tea is temporary, my friends. You drink it and it is gone. Cherry blossoms fade. Leaves fall. Songs end. People leave. But that does not make them meaningless. Nah, it makes them precious. I think that might be one of the reasons why people connect so deeply to Leaves from the Vine. The song isn't really about death, you know, it's about love, continuing after loss, roots remaining underground even when the leaves fall away. And that just might be the secret to surviving hard years, and there will always be hard years, my friends. Not in pretending that winter doesn't exist, because it does. Just in trusting that spring will return, that roots will do their good work in the dark. Now, tonight we have talked about trees and tea and gardens and weed and rapture and splicers and cartoons and Clint Eastwood singing to foliage, which frankly sounds less like a Twitch stream and more like ingesting magic mushrooms at an Albuquerque Little Theater fundraiser. But underneath the jokes, the lesson is pretty basic. Take care of living things. Plant something. Plant something good. If the world feels cold and barren for a while, don't panic. Don't panic, man. Life has a pretty good track record. And I think green might just be one of God's favorite colors. And speaking of green, let's talk about frogs. One frog in particular, a frog named Kermit. One of the reasons that little guy has survived for generations, I think, is because eventually everybody realizes he's talking about them. Maybe you grew up feeling different. I did. Too loud, too quiet, too nerdy, too artistic, too sensitive, too weird, too old, too gay, too much, not enough. Kermit looked at the whole world and told us that sometimes it's tough feeling different, yes, but every vine finds its own way toward the light. It's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When I think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful like that. It's not easy being green. It seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things. And people tend to pass you over because you're not standing out like flashy sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. But green's the color of spring, And green can be cool and friendly like. And green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it can make you wonder why, but why wonder, why wonder? I am green, and it'll do fine. It's beautiful, and I think it's what I want to be. You know, folks, I think that little frog still says it best. Every leaf is different, and every leaf is perfect. So before we head back out into the noise of the world, I would like us to do a thing that we do here. I would like us all to take 30 seconds of silence together. Think about somebody you love or somebody you miss. Think about nature. Think about the trees. Think about green. Think about somebody struggling quietly underground, waiting for the spring to return. Here we go. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me, my nieces, and my nephews. We planted a few trees tonight, huh? And we shared a few laughs. We drank some fake tea. Actually, I drank a lot of fake tea. And we reminded ourselves that growth takes time. Roots take time. Healing takes time. So let's sing our way out. We played a game, we had some laughs, but all things have to end. And so, until we meet again, destiny is your friend. So, if you guys enjoyed tonight's smorgasbord of tea and trees and cartoons and show tunes and weed and emotional horticulture, please, please, please follow the channel and tell a friend about Uncle G's Tea House. As I discussed, this weekend I will be at the GalaxyCon in Oklahoma City. So come see a fat old man if you're nearby. We will be back here next Tuesday night for our slightly belated Memorial Day show. There will be a little laughter, a little gratitude, and probably at least a couple of stories that get me all emotional against my better judgment. Until then, my nieces and nephews, be well, be happy, be kind. Good night.